This everyone. I hope you guys are okay. Today is 19th of July 2026. Professor Charles Echukuma Soludo, the only Commandia governor, is making Igbo history proud. So that is the reason why I like, Professor Charles Echukuma Soludo. Somehow, is the only governor is remembering history of Igbo land. So, Professor Charles Echukuma Soludo, said that all the Anambra youth come to, Igbo Square, to see, let me put it that way, that chidi achebe status, need to be remembered. So before I continue, listen to Professor Charles Echukuma Soludo.
Onye ọbụla nọ na cult bụ onye Ogidi bụ onye Idemmili North na-akpali achebe. Emezialụ ọ dịka ịbịa ebe a ịbịa ife cult and cultism and cult related crimes and so on and so forth. Ifo na ụmụ young boys anyị, particularly in Idemmili North and the communities Ogidi, Mkpọ, Obosi, Abatete, and Umoji. So no and that's a message I leave to our youths. Because this thing will not just be here as just a statue. Onye ọbụla na-eme ya ịgbafere n'ebe a, ịkpọdo iru na mana ife ị na-eme nwoke a na-eneghị ọ na-eneghị n'ebe ọ etu a na ọ bụrụ ife nrapụrụ ụnụ ọ ife ọ na-ekwu ebe a ịgafe ebe a ịjụọ kedu ife nwoke a na je gụọ ife ọ delụ je gụọ na aka aja aja na-eme gịnị maka ndị na-eme eze nwanyị na-eme oke ite na-eme false prophets and pastors na-agwa ndị mmadụ nọ ime ehuhu ya ibute ego achebe gwara anyị na-asị nọ na anụkwu ya maka na things fall apart ụnọka the lazy one was always coming oje to the oracle oje jụọ ase na ya na-achụ aja kwa mbọsị oje kọsịa ife na ọ na-ebute heavy bountiful harvest ka oje jụọ ase ọ na ya na-eme na ya na-achụ aja niile na-eme nke nwa niile ọ bụrụ kịta asị na ya na-akwụ tait na-eme nke a na-eme ife niile ọ na-enweta bountiful harvest. The oracle was here Unoka, you have not offended the gods. While other men were going far distances and farming virgin land, you were busy farming on the same miserable soil, year in, year out, and expecting bountiful harvest. Unoka, be a man. Unoka, be a man. Yeah, poor Jack, or ọ bụrụ ndị na-eje kịta je ka pastọ merie ewuwu nye ha olive oil nye ha nke ibe aja mana arụ ya bụ oje ụlọ ọgwụ ma ndị mee ngaghị nke a ka ijepụta ego jepụta ife ndị ekwuga ife a niile bụ why this statue n'ebe a dị important. It's not just something about ka anyị lọta achebe. Let's remember the message behind this statue. That this is a man who lived and who told us the right way to live. May we never miss the message.
So,
that whenever we say this statue, we remember the message.
So, I like history and I like what Professor Charles Echukuma Soludo is doing. It's only, a governor is remembering a history in Igbo land. So, Professor Charles Echukuma Soludo said, if you are doing Ezenwani or Ezenwoke, all these faith-led doctor or faith pastors, that you are doing courtesan. So, you need to come to chidi achebe status and remember that chidi achebe has write it or has say all those things to go and read chidi achebe history. So that is the reason why I say that I like Professor Charles Soludo, somehow, because he's only governor as a remembering, a history, like I say, a history in Igbo land. So, Professor Charles Soludo, remember what time Professor Charles Soludo, remembering of a heroes in Igbo land, a heroes that, through Biafra, Biafras, through Biafra was. So, everybody remember it is Professor Charles Soludo, So, that is the, for that impact, I like Soludo for that one, because it's not easy to be remembering, a history, a legend from Igbo land, Chidi Achebe make, a history, and they make Igbo, Igbo people proud, although these days, I was a little boy, I just a little boy, like the age of, let me say, age of 10 years, or 10 years or above. I know I hearing this of Chidi Achebe, Chidi. So, let me say that Chidi Achebe, if I start remembering everything here, I'm not going to end it today, because the history of Biafra, Chidi Achebe have it all. Chidi Achebe write it all. So I can't even go there, because if I start, remembering it today, a lot of history is there. A lot of them is there. So Chidi Achebe is a man that make Igbo people proud. And Soludo is still remembering all those things. Soludo, what else, is a professor. He like a book very well. So I respect Soludo for that one. It's not easy. So my advice to all these youths is not only Anambra, is every or Igbo land. Instead of you to making yourself, doing something illegal, like Soludo, I mention it, or courtesan, doing practicing of all these native doctor, fake native doctor, and fake pastors to deceiving people. Is it not to, let me say that go and, read the Chidi Achebe book, so that we know how to start somewhere. Just read it so that you know how to start somewhere. So that is what I saw this morning. I said, wow, let me read it for you people, because to you to know that Chidi Achebe, make us proud. So thank you everyone. In case you never subscribe, try and subscribe, and also remember that Chidi Achebe is from Anambra State. So thank you everyone. One love.